I think that's the nicest thing Dan Kelly's ever said about me, so it's a little crazy. If anybody wonders if education does work, thank you, Mr. Roper, for the word prolific. I'm sure Chick looked it up before he got interviewed here. I'm truly blessed and honored to be here. It's an amazing group of individuals to be a part of. I mean, I've never met Chris Downs, but man, what a speech that was. It was fantastic. And that's the type of person that you come across when you come to a school like Malvern Prep. My friend Steve Lestrange says all the time, he's like, the Malvern Brotherhood is undescribable from the outside looking in, but undeniable from the inside looking out. And there's so much truth to that. I could be here for hours and hours telling you about all the wonderful things that the Malvern Brotherhood has given me. I mean, it's a great education. But more importantly, it supports your growth as a human being. It develops your character, lets you know who you are in this world and where you're going, how best to serve your fellow man. I get to spend a lot of time, because my 3 kids run here, I get to spend a lot of time with some of the Malvern kids just on a day in and day out basis, and I'm continually blown away by the quality of people that attend the school. It's really, really amazing. I just have I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you how my running career started here at Malvern. I'm a lifer, which means that I started here in 7th grade. They didn't have 6th grade when I started here, so I came from a public school. So one of my first classes was a theology class, and a gentleman walked in about a couple minutes late and turns around and said, "Greetings and salutations." And I'll never forget turning to my friend and going, "This guy's nuts." And it's kind of funny because we talked about him all day long, and then later that day I went to cross country practice, and this guy was there. And one time he's wearing priest guard, the next time he's wearing running clothes, and I remember looking at him, one of my friends, and going, "What the heck's he doing here?" It turned out that he was going to run with us, and he ran with us every day when I was in 7th and 8th grade. And it was just one of the most wonderful experiences I've ever had as a human being, because this priest would run along who if anybody saw him run, looked like he belonged in Bryn Mawr rehab. It was knock knee, terrible stride, and he would struggle over the smallest hill. But we would always run next to him and just ask him questions about life, God, all kinds of teenage goofy stuff, girls, and you developed a relationship. And if I would say anything about running has helped me develop relationships and a work ethic with all variety of different people. Anyways, what the greatest thing about when you develop a relationship with people, you don't need to talk to them very often. But when they call, it feels like you're talking to, one of your family members, which it is. So, anyways, I was around a tragedy when I was in college, and one of the first people called me was this guy, and he tried to minister me, a broken spirit, and all that good stuff, and his influence in my life lasted his entire life, and it's to this day, Father Wood's words bounce around my head and kind of echo over different things. So I'd be remiss if I didn't say my running career started running next to Father Wood, talking about how wonderful life was. So next thing I just want to comment real quickly is, as Chick said it, the class of '88 was just loaded with athletes. I remember some of the pickup basketball games were sometimes better than what you would see almost anywhere around. And every day, when I would go for a run or, just come back, guys would always ask you, "How'd you do today? How fast did you run? How far did you run? Did you win? Did you lose? Why didn't you win?" And it's it was amazing how that level of competition amongst us raised everybody's effort level. And, Murph's here, Stranger, Chick, Dan, all these guys, really challenged me and made me, who I was, and made me want to try harder, because I was fighting, not only for me, but I felt like I was running for them. And in essence, when you look back at high school, what a marvelous experience that is. When you get to look back and you say, wow, we became men together here, and you can never change where you come from. You can change a lot of things about yourself, but you can never change where you came from. So with that being said, when my son did break the record, Jackson, it was kind of funny, because I was standing next to my dad, who's here tonight, and he looked at me and he goes, so you ran, it was actually 4:19, so I appreciate Father Flynn giving me 4 seconds, but I ran 4:19, and my dad looks at me after Jackson crosses the finish line and ran 4:14. My dad looks at me and goes, hey, what'd you run in high school? It's like, you were there. I ran 4:19. He goes, wow, when did you run that? It's like, my senior year in May. You were there. It's like, oh, Jackson just ran 4:14 as a sophomore. What's that say about you? So just to my deepest gratitude goes to the Hall of Fame, because my kids don't think I was any good. So, my middle guy, Josh, is reading the quick bio on me, and he goes, wow, Dad, you were a All-Interac as a sophomore? I did that as an 8th grader. What happened to you? Thanks, Josh. Thanks for the vote of confidence there. And then my son Jonah, who's I'm a huge fan. He's one of my, I can't say enough about his effort level. He's done more in middle school cross country than I did probably my first 5 years at Malvern. So with that being said, I just really want to say from the deepest part of my heart, thank you, not only to the Hall of Fame, but thank you to the Malvern family. Thank you for the teachers that poured into me. Thank you for the teachers that pulled me aside, helped encourage me. And just thank you for continuously raising the bar for the young men that attend here. So with that, I want to thank God, thank my parents for making a tremendous sacrifice for sending me here, and thank my wife and wonderful family for supporting me. So with that, thank you so much.